Yeah. And did you hear about the case in Washington State where some 4 policemen got killed?
Yeah,
Got
what's up
shot?
with that? Apparently they were at a coffee shop and they got shot. Do you have more details about that or?
Uh, no, not really. The thing, apparently they were, working with their laptops in the coffee shop.
Okay.
Because that's the first. I rarely see policemen with laptops.
Right.
So apparently they were catching up on their work in the coffee shop.
Right.
And one guy walked in and started shooting at them.
Okay.
So I believe they have a suspect. They have given out the name of somebody who they consider a suspect.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, it's sad and
right.
We call it sympathies to the policemen and their families.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just it seems like a lot of these have been going around. With the guy in Texas just walking into his old office and shooting at people, and just too many things happening.
Okay.
Did you hear about this a couple of weeks ago, where a guy got laid off?
No.
And he walked into his old office and just started firing at people, and he was caught, obviously, but he caused quite a lot of damage before he was caught. So
I think I've heard of this.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I have. Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, and what do you think of the two? Go ahead.
No. See, this is pertinent to the conversation. You know that recently I was watching a film.
Okay.
And the name of the company, one of the companies that produced the film, was called "A Man Walked into a Bar Productions."
Interesting.
So that's very innovative thinking, out of the box. What do you think?
Right. Actually, talking about that particular, name for a movie company makes sense, because I guess they get their stories from just people telling tall tales at the bar after having a couple of drinks. I'm sure it makes things more interesting.
Right. So you're saying that it's not as innovative as I thought it was.
Well, I think it's more, it's just simple. Let's put it that way. It's just a simple name. Because I remember, way back in school, I remember reading a story where there's this guy with a huge scar on his face. He walks into a bar and he's telling stories about how he was in war, and everybody's curious about where his scar came from. And everybody's keenly listening to, his story about the wars that he's fought and the wars that he's been in and all the great escapes that he's had. And finally, he finishes his story and he says, "Now I'm retired. Now I'm living in this simple town and just want to lead a simple life and have a simple ending." And then one of the one of the guys sitting around the table, he asks him, "Oh, by the way, we are all curious. How did you get this scar?" And the guy says, "Oh, I was just opening a bottle of beer and the cap, just scraped the right side of my face." So.
Right.
So I guess things come together in some way. Sitting around a bar table and listening to stories and making movies out of them.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, hey, how are you doing on the time front? Are we close to running out of time?
Well, we have a couple of more minutes.
Okay.
So.
Good. Yeah. So. Yeah, let's see. Do you have an update on the score yet? Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
Well, it's still Baltimore is 20. It's still 14-10. The Steelers have the ball and they are at the 26. Oh, they just scored a touchdown. So the Steelers are leading.
Oh, okay.
Steelers are leading. They're going to be leading 17-14 shortly, and we are in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes and 32 seconds left.
Okay.
So.
Hey, we just have enough time, I guess, to talk about Ray Lewis.
Sure.
What's your honest opinion on Ray Lewis and his escapades?
Oh,
it's okay, not escapades, just his performances on the field.
Oh, I love that guy. I think he has a nose for the guy who carries the ball, whether it's his own teammate or the opponent. It doesn't matter. He goes right after him. So. I especially love his pre-game, morale boosting, the dance and the speech or whatever you call that he does. I find it very amusing and exciting. So.
Right. The thing is, I also heard talk about how good he is and all that.
Right.
To be honest with you, I have not really watched him play that much.
Okay.
No, I haven't watched his games much.
Right.
So I rely mostly on the media.
Right.
And some people say he's overrated. He just, as you said, he goes after the ball.
Right.
And after the tackle is made, he goes in and jumps on the pile. And he gets, half credit, like half a tackle attached to his name. So, but what do you think? Do you agree with that, or?
I've actually seen him make a few good tackles. I mean, I've seen him, being a line blocker, linebacker. He somehow has the knack for the running back. Either the running back coming through the hole or going around. Ray Lewis seems to be there, and especially when he seems to find the running back who's coming through the hole, and he hits the hole hard, and he seems to pick up the running back who's bringing the ball. So I find him to be a very exciting player. So
yeah, I'm sure he is. And the thing is, but I do notice that you rarely see him getting tackled or getting like bowled over by the opposite team.
Right.
He hits hard and does a lot of damage, it looks like.
Exactly. So that's something, you want to see linebackers making plays, right? I mean, there are two things that I love to see. The first one is I love to see a linebacker making a play on a quarterback, where he either runs around or runs through and sacks a quarterback. The second thing that I like to see is a stiff arm, where just guys get pummeled to the floor, with a stiff arm. I can keep watching those all day. So
yeah, stiff arm. I don't know how it works. I mean, a guy pushing an entire guy off with just an arm. But
right.
It seems to work for a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess you need to have long and strong arms. So.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Excellent. So do you have a long week ahead, or?
Not really. It's Christmas, the holiday season and so on.
Right.
I think people are taking it easy, and it should be fairly, a dull week.
Oh, good.
Work-wise, that is.
Good. Oh, and I wanted to congratulate you publicly on your, on your baby boy who is going to be coming soon.
Oh, thanks a lot. So I'll have some company to watch the games with.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
I've just got my son to say match whenever he sees basketball or football on TV. So that's very exciting. So, yeah, he looks at the TV and anytime a game is going on, he says match. So we are taking baby steps in the right direction.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, we should definitely cover some airtime, on your son maybe next weekend. And, let's get him involved in this.
Absolutely. Cool.
Okay,
Excellent
I guess this is it.
Yep. And we'll continue this next week.
Yep, let's do that. All right.
Take care, Compline.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yep, bye.
Okay.